Yetie for ni ahwe for de memfomu nsi fom. Enti ma menchi obi bia ena awie. Ken transfers no di bebre aba. Me di bi ba kwaku di bi ba bigi di bi ba ene. Transfers no edoso kakra nti merewere mu tentem. Ma men sa asem free Manchester United bobuko ni. Manchester United epe goalkeeper. At the time Eric Ten Hag eba Manchester United o se ope goalkeeper onimbo ni pia ana Manchester for kofo nana edene baye. Say under Ruben Amorim Manchester United epe new goalkeeper. A order post ni ma eba saves wo gidie wodi mu. Manchester United target ni say omo nkosan ye goalkeeper ne bo wosoro. Ombe fe goalkeeper wo gidie woni so betima save. By the same time eboni ni soro. So the first goalkeeper Ruben Amorim ni Manchester United ekon ho no. Omo call Portugal eko Diogo Costa ho. Ani e bo mu 60 million euros ana Manchester for say wosoro. After so omo call Portugal e bo mu 60 million euros a Manchester for say wosoro no. Eno na ma Manchester United eba Aston Villa for ne ho. Ana omo se omo pe Emiliano Martinez. Ana eno so e bo mu 40 million pounds. Manchester for say wosoro. Se Manchester United e hwehwem. Ken Manchester added 2 new goalkeepers e wo mo list ne so. Enra ye beka Donnarumma de no. Uyi Donnarumma free ho a 2 goalkeepers you say wo Manchester United list no so we di kan aye baako. Baako aye Stefan Ortega. A ye Manchester City goalkeeper. Na ni nyina ne ye say Manchester United for no omo directors no and the contactee Stefan Ortega ne representatives. Onsa Manchester City enya new goalkeeper ana Stefan Ortega ne contract ebe wunyame ya adoma June 30th 2026. So Manchester United nim say Stefan Ortega no ne contract ne ebe wu 2026 no se omo ko Manchester City ho akọ negotiate ya omo nkotua bo kese eno ana Manchester United de contact Stefan Ortega representatives no omo de omo ye willing to negotiate with any club ebetima offer brand any good deal na ne representatives na ka Manchester United for say omo ne boy ne bekasa se Stefan Ortega gitum se obejoine Manchester United Manchester United for M4 bid nimbra ken we Stefan Ortega free ho another goalkeeper Manchester United they consider no Nick Pope of Newcastle. Nick Pope edin wo Manchester United for list no so enti enye Stefan Ortega nko Nick Pope edin wo so Nick Pope so contract ebe 2026 Manchester for hu ne say so mo kofa Nick Pope edene ba eno so Newcastle for entimi mbobo kese enti say uyi Emiliano Martinez uyi Donnarumma Stefan Ortega ana Nick Pope ewo Manchester United for list no so we eye 2 additions Manchester for heso metimenya Nick Pope Stefan Ortega Manchester United na no Saturday ana me the story ba efa Ghana ni abrantie Djiku ho na onse Jose Mourinho enya ni defender Milan Skriniar na players a Jose pese Fenerbahce for tom no Djiku ka ho bi na Djiku deal no Villarreal Leo AS Roma omo nyina pe Djiku Villarreal AS Roma ana Leo omo nyina pe Djiku na omo ne Fenerbahce for negotiate no Fenerbahce for say omo pe 6 to 7 million euros yes teams ni nyina say 6 to 7 million euros for Djiku de wosoro ombetua 2 to 3 million euros for Djiku unso contract enche bi ebewu enti Roma for coin omo say 2 to 3 million Villarreal for coin 3 to 2 million ana Leo for say ombetua 2 to 3 million for Djiku enti say ni nyina gina Fenerbahce for somebody 2 to 3 million na Ghana ni abrantie no move ana say o move ken I was certain bia no open transfers our trusted transfer headquarters enra na me no di nkomo about eberechi eze say Arsenal for catcher ne say omope no na emu iska na Crystal Palace for open no say oma nkote bo ne so a omo ntimi enkoto ento eno na ma CAA Base Limited for no ekosi a Crystal Palace for no enra enti enra story ne be story no enra na no CAA Base Limited for no ekosi a Crystal Palace for no ana omo de koto Crystal Palace for no nim say Arsenal for pe boy ne pa boy ne so pe so join Arsenal na emum the Crystal Palace ayede ama ono ebereche eze no on force the way out on pe so be free okra na ya asomdwem na emum omo sere omo ebo no omo nteso enfama Arsenal bobokon because I was set the release clause no 67.5 million pounds at the time I know say renew no na adekronti a omo pɛ Sesko ni nyina no rightly as you said said the only two dwan QPR for no 15%. Ɛno na latest no Crystal Palace for aka kyerɛ CAA Base Limited for no say omo nkoto Arsenal for nkra say sa 67.5 million pounds no enye so omo gini nyina o na ombema Arsenal for mre tuatua ne kakra na mre no ombema Arsenal no de edi kan the first installment no I was say yes kakese omo pay 35 million pounds the first installment for Bereche Eze na the next installment no 32.5 million pounds no Arsenal team use be 3 years e de atua enti say Arsenal beti ase a enye 67.5 no mpani nyina by first installment the Arsenal be 35 million pounds na be 2-3 years no omo de atua 32.5 million pounds enti they say the CAA for ne koka kire Arsenal for no say ana Crystal Palace for no eka Ken Manchester City and omo transfers na be wie yo na Manchester City pay right back enti omo ko Newcastle so omo Pellegrini obeka ya mbeye story ni mpokra say Newcastle for say omo beji 80 million pounds for Livramento eno na Manchester City for say na right back Livramento de hwan anim no 80 de omo ntua yes say Manchester City for say omo ogidie wo Matheus Nunes mu enti anhwe ya omo nsan obi ambebiem players na Manchester City for assign no eno ano ma sign e most likely say ebeye den sa Manchester City ebe sa sign another player Antony asa reject Sao Paulo na no na Botafogo for baye Antony si onko Manchester United enra Sao Paulo for so e the offer e the aba Antony say omo pe Antony Manchester United ebusa Antony say Botafogo na wompa Sao Paulo de agi dimpa wo Brazil omo so the offer aba Antony say onye ready so be ko Brazil emre ni nyandru so so return ko Brazil nti Sao Paulo deal no so no Antony a reject enra na ye di Manchester City akra James McCarthy hu nkomo say Manchester City say wa oba be fa bia no omo peska na omo di free Chelsea wo ko pa ma no eno bia no omo pay for James McCarthy na de be ba no kire say Manchester City aka kire boy ni say omo de omo nsi ne kwan say obekọ na emum omo ton na omo de buyback clause ebe she James McCarthy ne contract mu omo nkoye ni ti say ko pa ma de ni bi omo ogidie wa akra James McCarthy mu enti contract ni team yo ba be fa James McCarthy no omo de buyback clause ebe shem na Manchester City ken omo beton 5 players and Manchester City person omo ton free bobo ko nim Jack Grealish James McCarthy Stefan Ortega Echeverry and Gundogan sa 5 players we Manchester City person ojo omo kwan na ken ma me no ndi nkomo kakra Barca we ye Barca nkomo leader Brock Sports omo headquarters and I say omo main office ewo Valencia ewo Spain a big agency ewo Spain ye from leader Brock Sports agency na omo office na omo nya call from Saudi na Saudi no omo nya call no ana leader Brock Sports agency for ne peke call no mudi nkomo na nkomodi di anima no ana Saudi for ne tu omo nim say omo poma kura ba ko wo Barcelona ana leader Brock Sports for ne say ye were 2 players e Barcelona omo ye key players ye were Pedri and ye were Ferran Torres enti dia hin na moka no ana Saudi for ne say makura na ye friend say Ferran Torres no ne ho asem ne eka no mo Saudi for na ye hwehwemu say Ferran Torres no Barcelona for afibio ma ne 10 million euros ana Barca for the man na ye Saudi for no ye pese ye sade another 10 million esa ka ne salary no oje no Barcelona no ho so you ready to come out enti every year bia ne be ma ne 20 million euros 3 years no and be 60 million euros and only ye base salary no and some pokra na ne goals obehye ne bibia no eno so obewia ne nyina betime wrem almost be 40 million euros enti obetwa sa 3 years na wie e wo Saudi no ne bonus ene ne salary ne nyina no ebekọ 100 million euros ana mo ka kire leader Brock Sports for no ana mo so mo de omo ni problem o once nko a mo de boy ne beji atum ne de omo ni problem na emum akra ne wo contract with Barcelona ebewu 2027 enti Barcelona for no mo ye omo dey ana Saudi for na ka kire Ferran Torres agent ne say Barcelona for no ebuo bi omba kabia no omo ye ready to pay enti te say de leader Brock Sports for no ebekọ Barcelona so ye say Saudi for na ba say omo pa brand friend say Ferran Torres enti mu nemu mo bo ebo na mbetwa no ye be communicate di ama Saudi for no Jose Mourinho say new season no ontwema gala for no enti na chire ho no opese oma ɛhɔ no ɛyɛ ironclad defense a mframa krant mi mfem enti ɔkɔ hila ɔkɔfa Joao Cancelo ɛde ne free hila ɛde aba ɛyɛ Fenerbahce sesei deɛ wenya Milan screen a enti Joao Cancelo ɛsa be piem of Fenerbahce a Jose Mourinho so obetimi de ɔmo agi league no na ken Lewandowski so enya big offer from Saudi ɔma offer ne 4-year contract deal ɛyɛ Lewandowski ne contract ebewu 2026 na Lewandowski contract ebewu 2026 no Barca esa wa another option so betime renew 1 year Lewandowski any pennies that have in him say sa 1 year no so twa 2026 ni wi a Barca en renew eno na Saudi for no ama ne 4-year contract deal na 4 years na omodi ama Lewandowski no mo say oba is kana obeje no oba be ka top NS no et over Saudi Ronaldo mo ne Benzema mo no de ne beto sa level ho enti omo ma ne 4 years na omo ogidie say omo be make a last push because till September 1st in Pokra no omo window nda so ho enti omo ma Abrante friend Lewandowski 4-year deal as a Chelsea ebeton 7 players after Joao Felix omo ton Joao Felix ewie no Chelsea see 7 players yi omo hɔ anim so mbewie Raheem Sterling beko Benchewo Disasi Chukwuemeka Renato Viega omo ye 7 players after Joao Felix Chelsea ebeton omo Newcastle for the bid echo Real Madrid na bid na Newcastle de call Real Madrid no Madrid for ko biem no Newcastle say omo per Real Madrid for goalkeeper Lunin loan na ebo no omo quote no omo say 3 million euros ana Madrid for say hwe ehin ne ha mo pe Lunin 3 million euros
Lunin 3 yeah
loan Madrid for say there be omo reject
Lunin 3 million enye
Debi.
Okay.
Enti Madrid are rejecting Lunin any Newcastle there no. Real Madrid are communicate ya kire Adagule ebusuafo no. On say ne maame ne papa ne control no. Omate se teams ne tata no. Titru any PSG bobuku no. Alonso team no obabe ode no. Abrante ne friend say Adagule key. Enti man parents no entertain any bid. Madrid enye ready to sell Abrante friend say Adagule.
Okay.
Chelsea ne Ayas ana hatu enkomo no. Baby Edu ni ken. 4 million euros and a difference.
Aka 4 million.
Aka 4 million na Chelsea. Hatu ana Ayas ewie. Ayas pay 45 million euros and add-ons 5 na akoye 50. Chelsea age na 41 million euros. Aka 4 million pay. Benjamin Sesko se oba Manchester United da. Unim se Rasmus Højlund ebeko. Say Leverkusen,
okay.
Frankfurt, Leipzig, Dortmund omu nyina ba se omo pa brantie no. Na mete story bikin menim se omreneko. Isaac mate se Liverpool for so betua ne ka 30 million pounds a year. Of the 30 million pounds a year now, Oba be the third highest paid player in Liverpool. On say Salah edge 20.8, Van Dijk edge 18.2. Sa 30 million pounds no, Isaac Ba Oba be the third highest paid player. Oma catching to money 30 million pounds a year.
Okay.
Ewo ho. Kolomwani entimi and join Juventus enu ambeka Darwin Nunez. Liverpool for so ambeji 55 million euros e free Juventus eho. Trossard, Napoli, Atlanta Abuerim. Bayern ese so menya Javi Simons a omo ko Crystal Palace eberechi eze. Bayern eberechi eze.
Kwame Dela. Me patcho stories no enyina ena Kwame ede abano. Ma others in the begin be remu kakra me. Others in bre.
Ken me da say na mama nchia woshi e wo dun kwa no fin na mama no mbon komo kakra ken de tie ne say enra mi be wie me analysis na me catch say Benjamin Sesko Oli Watkins nkomo no me hwe kwan ya Manchester United coach ne efa so eye ne niema any senior osipe a left-footed right wing backer they be as okati in a looking at the run of a number 9 no me sure Manchester United be here Oli Watkins because ono and the pace space attack pa Ken
I don't know what to
coach ni pe Oli Watkins Christopher Vivela na no mo fa no fi Chelsea say oye director of recruitment ono na drew Germany ekofa Benjamin Sesko no
Amorim pe Watkins. And a Vivel pe Sesko.
Benjamin Sesko.
But Vivel is on the top place.
Let me give you a context. Vivel no. Now a technical director of RB Leipzig baby a boy we bobo sisia. No ne Red Bull for ne yejuma. as a technical director. Omu fefe place mo kofa place ba in technicalities or you good. And Chelsea kofa ni free Crystal Leipzig eba Chelsea so omeye se adwuma ni bi wo Chelsea wakaya Christopher Vivel. Ayo no and last year and the last 2 years amokaya ye linke Benjamin Sesko to Chelsea pa na Vivela. Into Vivela die ne striker pa o feel die Benjamin Sesko no size. Into ono na esan so pushy for this deal. Hwɛ nipa dodo ne nim Benjamin Sesko ma mentwamfo ni fankyerɛw mo hwɛ Djiku former Manchester City Roma striker Inter Milan striker wo hwɛ Djiku ase no si ball no a similarities kakra enye entirely ba kakra wom say hold that play ne left can ne right can ni tika Benjamin Sesko pe inti Christopher Vivel mo drew ho o ma convince boy ne willing to play for Manchester United. I can't say mind you any RB Leipzig for the bed deal now I agree on a figure. But coach ne die ne style of play open number 9 or be holding up play. Now we're running into spaces which Oli Watkins perfectly fits. But they say no again Christopher Vivel they are not giving 100% authority to the coach. Who got to top place ni nyina ba no china sa amfa ya sanso akofo bi fufura sanso abepam obi akọ nti oye ne ho ene ho oye ha kakra no oye kakra because Eric Ten Hag they gave him all the authority he wants at the end of it coach Ibaye or Pamu Ten Hag place nti akoye me to say me kasa 100% but from what I am seeing it looks like coach in what all the kakraba number 9 allow us let us buy because only Watkins na the entire Manchester penny for ntiase and say when it 29 years goes or share Premier League experience they say this that me catch us say Manchester United for the Premier League experience obi name say almost 60 million pounds or mutual the Aston Villa for a 29-year-old almost someone here
you say Watkins in the age you know supporters no him fa omo Sesko na Watkins
supporters say big mu na wa he nto omo na be kire de omo pe because honestly say age
baba say Amorim pe Watkins na United pay for one soon say age no e was through bebre
and any age nko any boy na mo do to age so no
exactly Sesko bana sanfe because Amorim season wey there obi amfa nche no
na Kenya start be 5 games now for the obi enu the better Amorim
the also person
and I'm paying forces what's open name 60 million pounds for a 29-year-old because kin 60 million pounds I call euros my saying around best 70 million euros eh sa sika no anom de dru Germany omo ko patch say RB Leipzig for the be sika no inti Sesko 22 inti they are looking on say do management are found their management they will look at 8 coach there or per instant result this is where at the moment this is where we are say e be twan but Manchester United boy ni die oso obebo Sesko so obebo o twan omo yes so ye wa ha e be bia e be kan wansam two e be reche eze ken hwe Crystal Palace for no sebi 67.5 million pounds enye sika bia o Arsenal okutua 67.5 for be reche iza enye ni sika o enye sika nimom yeah, financial fair play. Now, about clubs no. When you are doing business, you always want installments. Senya sir, Sebi, if Mohamed Kudus Elanga are going for 55, neka say, but you have 67.5 million pounds for a Beriche Iza, and yes, he kakesiye. But the Kudus, the Elanga, the
Beriche have a chain Kudus no.
No, but in terms of Premier League experience, watch it. What is why consistent actually? What is inti o check sa niam no a se bi nkesika we se dan yesika kese biasa. But point is that the Kudus the longest deal they are paying in installments wey a cash bam. Inti Arsenal would love to negotiate. But this is where the difference was. TMA. Say Arsenal to release clause no Crystal Palace any sell on clause. But what the bicho yase. Say Arsenal to sika no boom at the tower. Crystal Palace onya sell on clause onu a onya add-ons mpatwonti ase wo nemo say Arsenal negotiate Now otua sika no in installment. Crystal Palace at the sell on beshim. Esan so the add-ons at the ashem. Add-ons no enko ne parents club wo ebekɔ Crystal Palace wo. It's what check permutations na. Ken Crystal Palace ebepe sa Arsenal for nintua installment. Nebom installments also mutua echo 67.5 pepe. Normally add-ons shem. Esan so the sell on shem. I don't know a better deal. Now Arsenal are some kids will be here. Jokeres. Ken me kasepa ma analyze Arsenal. Now unim say the last time na me can say Arsenal they share goal kese power Premier League and Kai Havertz or share 9 goals. Embarrassing. None of the Arsenal players hit say double digits Premier League nemo. The share kese Kai Havertz 9. Martinelli Trossard 8 goals. Mikel Merino 7. Bukayo Saka 6. Team of Premier League aji. They play in team hitting double figures. Catch us a team no beg for striker. And no for Jokeres at the Abakura and the nine pomu kama. Name if Arsenal do not give him the right places, sources where you get the ball, if they do not train to suit boy in a style, say me obey nuisance. And see, how are Arsenal going to get the best out of the player? Now, Jokeres, you know, Nitika Pau, Born Fasura, or one of those players, na Niti Eka. Now, Arsenal right back, Ben White on crosses how?
Send na omomani.
Aha, I want to hear Kohono. Because Ben White, on your natural fullback Nibia, or Beko bar line or acquire crosses Nibia. Or ye Santa Barca, ye bono as a right back to say you skundo mudi nibi. And then I'm saying your boss na left back Lewis Kelly. Or no so on your lateral left back into Onosi Debia or invent here by can't defensive midfielders no. It's not just a 2-3 no. You barely get crosses from them. Okay. Bukayo Saka. Ni traits den. Or je ball or catch in or kope goal ashe and also koye assist. Yesha left wo. Gabriel Martinelli ne star den. Ono so je ball or catch or kope goal ashe and answer or kope assist. So Arsenal will need to work on the crosses because last year time and Odegaard prior Arsenal ball crosses no deeper goals ni came few because they normal style. Where now Abano Ben White left back and say yes Kelly never ball whoever is going to play at the left back they need to serve this boy with a lot of crosses or else we go back to square one. Ken after the Tosubi Robert Lewandowski ayana ade ayana yamiya kakrane se enye se oba Barcelona obewie football ne records e be sweeping aside 673 goals akwano wahye goals pa we the Messi any Ronaldo mwaye betwam ne tete de Pele mu ni ade a Lewandowski wahye goals pa o ye proper goal machine. Even Nkokra Brom the last 3 seasons of Barcelona 101 goals. We you can goal machine we a goal machine. But ko baby ye do on komai any emotions in komo bi oni e ba bedi. Every single Barcelona fan knows very well say next season we obego e was Barcelona top striker. A champagne for the team, a technical team for the team, even the players they know. Say Barcelona was Sikabi and the good baby as a somebody go searching for the next striker for Barcelona, which will replace Robert Lewandowski because he's agent.
Okay.
And the engineer sounds so Djiku say Robert Lewandowski say baby we drew 36 years a day. Ni game time no so bet say afi. Nyamya dom. Last year, Barcelona goals almost say Robert Lewandowski has 42 goals now. Rafinha said 34. Ferran Torres said 19. Lamine Yamal said 18. To goal distribution, unlike previous seasons, Robert Lewandowski timi se bebre na nkai fo no wechire no. We no ben na che say Hans Flick up build a system obi atimi show goals ni bi.
Okay.
It is say no. Barcelona for no, they would want to keep Lewandowski, but kwana na ma kwa kwese no sikasam no baby o ma kwese because no can say stadium no say if they don't get Camp Nou right from the beginning of the season they will suffer Well, Laporta pre-opera ni nyina se camp no near ready and Barcelona bet me get back to the 1:1. There's no guarantee say Barcelona be ko camp no. And as Kasam no so higher into was some ton star back. Ronaldo so uncle Christians yabo no uncle.
Yes, obiase uncle nti when.
Inti say no omuni option. Yes, and I'm so Saudi Arabia be crab for Lewandowski. Till Lewandowski, Sebi, born who said that money bebre. And we understand that you score a lot of goals, but want me more born bebre. And yeah, that's not bench now over 20, bet 33 million euros a fe. And yeah, young Tongue. And no more convince Lewandowski. Me who say, o must start say, and Lewandowski kwa, obenye sika bebre, 36 years old. Into they are trying to convince him to go. Because Barcelona feels say Dani Olmo can play as a false nine, Ferran Torres can play there, even Rashford can play there. In their system, you don't need extremely skills to play as a number 9 because chances no more creative. The young say beto anymore obebo. Into this is where we are. And on the Ferran Torres so can and say, oh, Lewandowski so on Ferran Torres also swear clearly. Say Barcelona needs to sell one. Because registration is no yempes.
Now here is Nkoko. Ferran Torres.
Ken sell Saudi for Barcelona for 70 million euros for Lewandowski, 80 million euros for Monje.
Basas to also Sonko.
Something I may say Sikane ba na they can convince Robert Lewandowski. It makes a lot of because Ken next year we go for you.
Well,
it's Sika Omonje 80 cry.
Just two Ferran Torres.
What's here now the Sikane be account of Hulen average and one with them.
Biggie.
Team B will be a CBR. I want that one JC number. I will put him more iconic. Based on players on Beshes are JC number. Anybody more dined with the JC number. We are only free one of my team B will be a CBR has that one position. Our park and so. I know so we a player now be Jina Hona Baba Beba. There is a lot of expectations and I say huge expectations on you. Adintia nipa bia be boss our position na opeja amode money was our position no it is a wo baba be boy ye hwe with a nina ye de hwe sa nipa kro no e was our position no and in common media about Barcelona the Barcelona right back position has been one can na aye difficult say Barca benya player bi no be baba be hwe na performance or be dan edi no e be so Barca supporters nani anywhere see any just because there is a former player about the right back position our page standards ni bebre e Barcelona bobo ko nim e Dani Alves it after the Dani Alves era e Barcelona no player bi about the right back position for Barcelona bia no nipa nche den hu de o ye ehu ne ho so mfa so because untimi mama ne ntra de Dani Alves boy no it Barca be come market no aboka kwa for players aba a lot of them Alex Vidal buy Barca diska kesi ene kokofa no or buy one team more right back Barca kofa say Gino Dest one of the prospects and we are seeing in a few Sunday morning one was ropa it is so about shame no be see kind of Barcelona when he stepped in the club performance now or dine dino and do the Dani Alves standard nan so Barcelona supporters any Nelson Semedo buy MSC Royal buy a lot of the players and do time enough Barca top right backs in about to me more crowd so what they decided to do and they say any young player be Barcelona team anymore. One who understands the philosophy of Barcelona and already understands the style of play. Now I am converting into that role. Now I am fanem ramebo because omo edi omo banin team more. And a Barca share you know converted Sergio Roberto and then about the right back position. Only player after Dani Alves otimi ball kaka. Barcelona no. But even with that performance but it was okay because at least he was giving better performance than Omo Anayatisika. About the right back position, all because of the standards at Dani Alves, set to honum. Basanina Muano Kofa Jus Kunde de Nebae. Kunde came in as a center back and your right back Nana or Baba Bebo. But the man who makes shift through at the right back position. The performance has been good and he has never looked back. Kunde performance are what then as a right back for Barcelona. And good Dani Alves there no. But at least he's been better than every right backer after Dani Alves Barcelona Afano. He combines attacking duties, any defensive solidity, or the right back position. Just because he's a centre back that are converting. It's the best news I remember for Barcelona. Bobo Kono. And I said, you school the extending the contract because that position and I got natural right backs. And you are from Barcelona. No, Muntimi Mono. He's a player about the boss position. A boni ye. and in pennyfor say am for the training to us all. If you are giving that extension except for Tabranteno. Ken Oka Liverpool as an Oka player if any Gomu Hadin say also person that you obey Ballon d'Or. Eye, say any so adin hunu ne so. But yen kan kira kwala no say ye jatanum na wodi agro no. Ye si na ni so ne so. Pa. Ballon d'Or ne shase 1956. 68 years in here. Ken 68 years na Ballon d'Or ne shase no. Players omo ye English, o ma je Ballon d'Or omo ye 6 pe. Only 6 players. And the English players or Major Ballon d'Or. It's in clearly. So ya kwada no was to know your English player. The trend is ding at the mouth over to Major Ballon d'Or ni bi. In the English Premier League era since 1992, players or Major Ballon d'Or abo mo the English Premier League. Ayemi and Sape. Michael Owen, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Antony Rodri so babeje. And for a young player like Ngomoha, now what that kind of vision and you have to work above your weight. Oko the extra mile because a very difficult task and I pedi amount. Men who na ball our he's a quality player, no doubt about it. Last season in the FA Cup matches and the EFL Cup games, now coach didn't introduce Obianka Shekrampo Liverpool game on boy against Plymouth and Liverpool the free more FA Cup. He was a standout player or Chedo Betimiaye and Park and so. But and it needs a lot of determination and the focus to be able to get there. Now more player friend is a Florian Vetsabaso. At least the Liverpool supporters are expecting was start to say, oh, Yokohama Mijitum say team be a broso. And a preseason men fan judge, But getting goals and then winning man of the match in matches like this, help your confidence. I would be ready proper season Nemo. And I feel said to also say said the Liverpool supporters, air picking as the favorite for the coming season based on the price tag and the high power they bano. Ebebuano. With this pace, our chance ya oko. Can moving on. Chelsea akwada. I friend McGew. He's a striker. Where Chelsea bobo ko ni mo. With no disrespect to the player, he's a young player, around 19 years. McGew any exceptional. It's a no mama chance me pick Chelsea striker bako. Na me mfa mo. Na McGew nkwa. Me Nicolas Jackson kwampo ahead of McGew because at least Jackson have that experience at the top level. And I say akwa other players e dia ba be beefy up that position Joao Pedro and the lap and clearly e be dey say akwada no so benya biabo but adia ba kwa Chelsea aye I am mani age na e che me say Chelsea has faith in the player because Chelsea decided say on pesa akwada no be kwa chiri o pesa on normal loan e English Premier League ni mu say dey be akwada no be bo no be gain the Premier League experience aside Chelsea say akwada no corner or corner there is no buyback and as a buy option. Say oh Akwala na a loan and a no it ends there. On me goes to do be mau. Now man make us a feel better to Akwala no and man ba besi akanya de mau. Debi. Omo nya sa de no. Clearly a share the kind of trust omo Akwala no already. There are teams omo pay players media free Chelsea. Yatete Manchester United for Nicolas Jackson. Yatete Newcastle for Nicolas Jackson. It's clearly sa position na possible so mo betimi atombi. And so they are call. It's akwara na call loan no. Akwa gain experience at least after a year. Obetimi aba back no aba bishim when the need arises no was yakan e dey ama Chelsea. And it is good for the players progression any idea. Chelsea for now doing well. Memo mo thumbs up for that. Now Manchester City. Matheus Nunes. Ken onya bad player. But I feel say Pep Guardiola needs a proper right back than to be keep fit in Matheus Nunes. Coach Naka, so no need the opesa akwada na tena ono one opesa oye right back. Enti ebia na wan kwan kopɛ right back bi abiem. Oya numbers for the Man City last season na nya bad. At least share one goal and assisted 6 times as a right back. Oh yes, he played very well. But there are times now who say clearly on your player or yet that right back into there are problems. When there is a lot of pressure on the player. Aside, the America City being a natural right back, and they say there is another player in the shape of Rico Lewis. But Rico Lewis, in the absence of Nunes, and so interested or you play, you bet me solidifies our position. No, and the Manchester City Bobo no. It is a who keep it fit. Oh, Matheus Nunes, on our based on last season's performance, I can't any problem. But in his absence, player friend say Rico Lewis ebetimi hold the fort ana and akwada na ntwe me amete hai so obetimi aye say adwuma ndi ama Manchester City etunya right back or competent na say one starting po na who keep faith in Matheus Nunes in his absence ubenya another right back and more wosoro na wa be hye sa position mu afele sa gab na de amaw not Rico Lewis because on prove here so a player oba be gina honom na obetimi abodi ama Manchester City whenever the need arises and until that make us a Pep Guardiola be here right back so obana one starting po na open Nunes anytime be Nunes in honom no player ni betimi ababa be shim na obosa abo no so e de amaw ken
well Biggie mami misa wa with team no mami misa between Watkins and Sesko dey na mo pe
Pepe Watkins yes because of the Premier League experience and the numbers.
Watkins oye penini.
Of course, Ken
Watkins winning.
Sisi ababi Manchester United gina no. E sika na yenni. Nka United wo sika nka player bia United be to bia a player say oba na oba hit the ground running instantly. Sesko is a good player, but we need that Premier League experience. I feel no better adaptation as I am fair. But Watkins was our experience and that. And until the mami this ankomo no ebianka United will skanka Isaac bi
okay
with numbers and Premier League experience any aboka ni akwa fana ba but say wunya Isaac mo dia I feel say Watkins say because namo ka say coach I friend Ruben Amorim ken honeymoon ne over the Enzo Maresca mo de 1 year aye no honeymoon ne over it will nya players are oba na obebo improve team no
well
until the Premier League experience they make for Watkins.
Let us say, Biggie.